Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binding Lab. Um, in this video, I'm gonna kind of talk about like living with ADHD, and it's actually my birthday today, so I do have a couple of birthday wishes. Like for instance, I like to play in a music festival. That's my main number one wish. Couple priorities like bring my whole family to see snow this year. I would like to add 200 horsepower to my car. At least another 200 horsepower. I would like to have my dog live past my next birthday because he's not doing too well right now. I would like to create more Forex robots that could help more people make money. I would like to free more people from the circumstances and get rich through the sharings that I give. And I think these are some of the main ones. I mentioned a full list on my personal Facebook page, but these would be the main ones. So in this video I want to talk a little bit more about living with ADHD. So I only recently discovered that I have ADHD, and I found this out because my kids have ADHD, so it usually kind of like gets passed on. Is probably genetic, I don't know about my dad. Never. My dad never actually got tested. Well, possibly he has it too. Like my mom used to get mad about the way my dad behaves. Still does. But for me, like my behavior gets on my wife's nerves quite a bit. Especially when I have a caffeine high and you see me like sipping in an Americano. When I have like an iced espresso, I get very creative for that day, but I also tend to have a lot of like brain farts. What do you call brain farts? Or no, just doing things very very subtly. I'm not aware of, saying things or like blurring things out, making sounds that without actually thinking about it, like very naturally doing it, being unable to stay still. So I'm easily bored, and actually it's been something that probably has caused an impact on my social life as well. Come and think of it, like. Let me just start driving and put the camera in the spot. So it's kind of taken an impact on my social life. Since childhood, I never really had many friends. I have not felt that I've been held back by not having many friends either. And the reason why I haven't had many friends, well, apart from the fact that my mom at one point in time just banned me from using the phone when I was keeping up my buddies at school because I was spending too much time on the phone at the time. And ever since then, I never felt it necessary. I've learned to do without it. I've started to enjoy my personal space, and I've started to enjoy my personal space so much that when I went to high school or when I went to college, I never really was one for the people, and I just didn't. Even if I tried to fit in by going to outings, I would somehow get bored and just want to excuse myself. Sure. Sometimes I feel a little bit upset that these people are still like meeting up every year with their reunions and stuff, and it becomes like some kind of extended family. But at the same time, when I think about it, when I think about the time that I've saved by not being at these meetings, I don't feel so upset after all, because I feel that goodness gracious me, I've saved a whole bunch of time. So that. What the heck? Oh yes, and speaking of which, I'm just actually pissed off about this douchebag that just passed me on the road, like just very blatantly cut into my lane. I'm very easily agitated on the road. I love driving fast. Apparently these are also like ADHD symptoms. And I'm very good. I'm very good at like creative stuff. I love creating stuff. I don't finish a lot of things that I start, and that's why I have a team of people. And it's not that I don't care about people or messaging and correspondence, but I don't know. I just don't like picking up the phone. And if I had to choose between sending a message and making a phone call, I send a message. But at the same time, I don't like reading messages during certain times of the year. I have my own seasons. Just put it. I have my own seasons, and it makes me quite oddball sometimes. And like people who are close to me describe me as like childish. Some other people would call that being optimistic instead, and cheerful. And it's very easy for people to not take me seriously because of my outlook, and the way I kind of like just do things. I don't overthink things a lot. I kind of like just do it when I feel like it. Just gotta pass this car. You see what I mean? Well, yeah, that. Like my wife picks a lot of issues with regards to like me and responsibility. It's not that I'm like not being responsible, but I'm responsible in my own way, in my lighthearted way. I'm not like, I don't overly I don't like looking solemn and serious. So I think these are some of the ways that I'm different, and I'm actually quite bad at keeping appointments. I usually, somehow, some way, either forget or turn up late or what. Even forget my birthday sometimes. So I mean, like sometimes friends would get upset that I forget their birthdays, but oh sheesh, oh my god, I just forgot my best friend's birthday. I knew it like a few days before it happened, but when it came to the day, I forgot. So, well, that, you see, it's not on purpose, Like I even forget my own birthday. That there was a time that I mean, there were many years in a row that I did actually forget my birthday, and people actually remind me about it. And then when they ever had like some kind of a surprise, I actually got pissed off for being distracted from whatever I was trying to do. Yeah, but at the same time, I am thankful for having ADHD, because I mean it's allowed me to do a lot of things and create a lot of things that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So that's just a couple of things. But if any of you have ADHD, I would love to hear from you. I mean, like, what does it make you become? How do you cope with it? What are some of the issues that you've experienced? What do you like about it? Just comment beneath this video, okay? So that's basically this video. But actually, if I just want to, if there are any of you watching this and you feel disadvantaged as a result of having ADHD, well, don't. I think it's because of this that I've been able to achieve many of the things I've been able to achieve in this life. So many of you just haven't really found yourself yet, or you haven't found the right company. The closest friends that I do have, like, I don't actually feel bored of keeping up with them. Although there are a lot of connections that I made through the years that I never really kept up with. it's kind of hard to explain. But I think if you feel that you're being ostracized or being neglected, or let's say you're being slighted by anyone, you're just probably not in the right crowd. There will be people who eventually, appreciate you for being you. And I certainly do encourage that, if you do have ADHD, use it to your advantage. Use the fact that you're able to create stuff and see things and perceive things that other people don't perceive. ADHD sometimes and very often also comes with other conditions as well, such as being bipolar and stuff, and which is not a disadvantage. People may think you're weird, but there are so many authors, playwrights, actors, musicians that wouldn't be even like a quarter of what they are if not for the conditions that they have. And if anything at all, it's the closest to genius that you can probably be. All right. I would not exchange this for so-called normal. But as a trader, I forgot to mention, as a trader, well, a lot of people who do not have ADHD and who want to trade binary or forex will probably have it better than me, because the problem with me is that I get so easily bored that I often find it difficult to stick to the rules I create. So a lot of people would actually have higher trading accuracy than me if they follow the methods that I teach, simply because I just tend to kind of change it along the way. I tend to have this tendency to get bored very quickly, and I tend to try to do something different. As I like to test new stuff. So the way I get around my condition when it comes to trading is that I try to minimize the amount of time I have in the market. So I can't exactly I can't really understand people who trade for hours a day. I mean, there are, and they do well. But for me, I try to minimize my time to less than an hour, less than half an hour if possible, because I find that this is how I can get around it before boredom sets in. I have to force discipline upon myself in order to trade, because trading really is about discipline and consistency. So in order to do that, I just have to manage the fact that I'm so ADD about stuff, and actually just try to tell myself, okay, just 20 minutes, just 30 minutes, just stick with the program, and then you can do whatever you want. I hope you guys enjoy my recent approach to trading, where I talk about the warm up and warm down. I love that, because I love testing. I love the warm down part. So and for me, the warm down where I go from live to demo to just try all kinds of crazy stuff and experiment all kinds of new ideas, and that part really gets me going. And that's why I discover new stuff all the time. So I love being creative, and I personally believe that there was something I came across recently, and Bert Goldman, the guy who talked about quantum jumping, he said when it's like what aging is, no, when you are aged, when you stop being creative, that is when you have aged. But as long as you're creative, you do not age. I don't know, something like that. Okay. So anyways, that's all for now, this vlog. Thank you for listening in, and I hope I've enforced some thoughts with anyone here who has ADHD or living with someone with ADHD. And I hope I've given you insight about one or a few things. Bye for now.